All right, it's media day. We are talking 10-5A Division One with Westbury head coach Jarvis Kelley. Coach, you're moving down. You're moving down from 6A to 5A. 6A, you were in a powerful district there with Heights and Lamar and all them, but you did manage to get a playoff spot. Dropping down to 5A, man, there's a lot of competition, but there's also a lot of playoff spots to be had. You look at the district and you see some really good teams in there, but you also see that there's four solid spots that's pretty much anybody's game. How excited are you to get down into 5A and compete at this level as well?
We're really excited, really excited. Our kids are fired up. They understand what's at stake. Honestly, only thing we're thinking about is the district championship. We're going to take it week by week, but we plan on winning the district championship, and we're just fired up about it. And it's always something. It's always exciting time when you get a new district, and we'll see a lot of these coaches for the first time. Uh, I want to say at least three, or I could be or more. We're going to be new head coaches as well in the district, so that's going to be fun. Just seeing what those coaches bring to the district and being able to adjust. But we're fired up.
How are you guys doing returning wise? How'd you do with graduation? I know you got an experienced quarterback back in Baines, but talk about who you got coming back that people in this district might be a little bit fearful of, especially on
Um,
offense.
for sure, for sure. I have to start with David Baines. Kid is just awesome. He's explosive. He's a dual threat. He's been working on the passing game, getting the little things down, and he's very ready to lead this team. We're going to be led by a kid who's a super. He was a super sophomore this past season, and Jefferson Reeves. Jeff's been on varsity since his freshman year, so he's going into his third year. He's a top 30 ranked receiver in the class of 2026, and he's been putting on some weight, and he's been running track. We have a new addition. Well, I want to say he's new to the district because he didn't get a lot of playing time last year, but he's primed to get a lot of playing time and start. A kid by the name of Kenyatta Wilson. He's 6'4". He plays defensive back and wide receiver. He also starts on the varsity basketball team. And we have a couple of more surprises without me giving my hand too much. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope these guys are going to have their track shoes ready because it's going to be a track meet.
Awesome. We love surprises, man. That's just let me know when the surprises are coming. We'll be there for it. Hey, talk. What about those big Kelly boys on the offense and defensive line? They look like they could be some trouble too because that's where it kind of starts is in the trenches there, especially in a new district. If as long as you can give your boy Baines some time to survey the field, things could happen. So talk to me about the offense and defensive lines.
So it's both sides of the ball are led by the Shelley brothers on the offensive line. We're moving Zachariah Shelley to center. Uh, the kid's a pit bull, man. I mean, he may not be a big, massive guy, but man, he's mean. He's ferocious. He has a quick first step and a mean punch. And his brother Jeremiah, he was all district as a defensive end. This kid is awesome, man. We're going to move him around on our defense a little bit. We also have some kids that are pretty massive as well. Two kids that's going to be over 6'3", and three kids that weigh at least 300 plus. So it's going to be a sight to see. Different body sizes, body types, but guys are really fired up.
Excellent. Another thing about 10-5A, different from last year when you were up in 18-6A, is that you don't have it's not a 7-team district, it's a 9-team district. So it kind of, I don't know, maybe does it help or hurt the fact that you don't have to search out extra non-district games? And maybe tell us the two that you do have and what you hope to get out of it.
It's very different. In the past, we've been in a situation we have to find 4 games for the preseason, and sometimes it's kind of hard to find matchups that make sense. When you talk about travel and things. So now going into a 19 district with only 2 games. The first game of the season on Friday night at Butler Stadium, we're going to be playing Fort Bend Dulles. Fort Bend Dulles, we think is going to be a good matchup for our kids and a good test because they have some decent sized kids and they're strong, and we understand that their record from last year may not be the best of what they want it to be, but we're never counting out any teams that we know we're going to have to play. And then in week 2, we're going to play BF Terry out of Rosenberg, and we got those guys at Trailer Stadium, and the defense coordinator over there is Coach Giles, and he's my former head coach. And I'm pretty sure that he's fired up about being matched up with one of his students of the game, and one of his mentees, and it's going to be a great time. And after that, we wrap up going into week 3. We have Houston, Austin. I want to believe that's our first district game, so it's going to be fun.
Get right into the fire at week 3. I mean, that's the way to go right there, if you ask me, because as long as you get to know what you got in those 2 preseason games and iron out any kind of things. When you go into spring or summer ball, I don't even know if you're doing spring ball, but when you go into your off season, is there when you're wandering the field and they're practicing, doing one-on-one drills and all that stuff, is there any part of the field that you are keeping your eye on as far as, okay, I need somebody to step up here. Let's see which one of these kids will step up. What's the kind of position where you're kind of keeping your eye on the most, looking for somebody to either step up or be a leader?
So we're looking more on the offensive side. I'm going on my 4th year being at Westbury. My first year, I was here as a defensive coordinator. In the past 2 seasons as a head coach, I really had my thumb on defense, being defensive minded. But during this spring football season, the focus has been on offense, trying to find those playmakers. We had a Division I athlete, 2 Division I athletes that play a lot of offensive snaps. We lost the first team running back that was awesome in the passing game as well, very dynamic. We have some younger kids with that same ability, but I never discount experience, right? They always got to get their opportunity to play under the lights and see what they're really going to do. So at this particular offseason, the focus has been on offense, because we plan on scoring a lot of touchdowns.
Excellent. Well, I like hearing that, man. That's more highlights from my show when you get more touchdowns, right? Hey,
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to it. Hey, this is going to be a fun district. We're going to see who gets out of this joint and positioning and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun, Coach. I appreciate you joining us, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Go Huskies.